Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my New Year's reset video. I feel like at the start of every year, I have this surge of motivation to get my life together. Like I could do this any other time of the year, but something about a new year at the beginning of January, you just have a clean slate. You feel like the world is your oyster. And I really want to start this year on a good note. I just have a really good feeling about 2025 and I just want to start with my best foot forward. So I have several things I would like to do to get my year started, get myself organized, just get my head on straight, get my life together. Just after laying the groundwork for the rest of the year, it's just going to make me feel so prepared, and that's what this video is going to consist of. I've already started. I cleaned my room this morning, I cleaned up my kitchen, I started washing my sheets. They're about to go into the dryer right now, so I did those. And then I've been using Notion for a very long time, and the other night I decided that I was going to update it just a little bit. I had already set up my Notion to be kind of the format that I wanted, but I just need to update things for the new year. There are a couple more things that I want to add, but then once I get that done, I will show you my Notion layout. I'm actually very proud of it. And then the other thing, which is a new thing for me to do this year, but it's not uncommon at all. I feel like everyone except for me does this, and that is a reading journal. So this is my little journal that I got from Papier, this place, and I haven't started anything yet, and I've been really wanting to get into more of like scrapbooking, journaling, bullet journaling. I'm going to be setting up my reading journal in this video as well, but I'm really excited to get started and to just get myself ready and organized for 2025. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up my Notion, and I think I'm just going to write down some 2025 goals that I have for myself. Personal goals, work goals, reading goals, because I saw that you're more likely to achieve your goals if you write them down. So I think I'm going to incorporate that into my Notion, just so it's easily accessible for me to look back at and just remind myself what I'm working towards. So I'm going to go do that. So it is actually several hours later. I had a few errands that I needed to run, and then I got distracted, and then I went to Dutch Bros, you know, the necessities. But now we're back and we're ready to go through my Notion. Are you ready? I'm ready. Okay, so here is my dashboard, just kind of an overview of everything. So starting from the top, over in this left side, I have my navigation panel. And then below that, I have more. And that's just less commonly used pages, but I wanted them to exist. I'm trying to decide if I want to move my reading log up to the navigation. Below that, I have my daily routine. Moving over one, I have my productivity timer, which is just like a little Pomodoro clock. And then above that is my water tracker. This doesn't really get used that much, but it's here for when I feel like tracking it. And then above that is just household schedule, just kind of keeping me on track, holding me accountable for cleaning regimens and just trying to make sure that I keep my space clean. And then over to the side are my to-do lists and daily goals. So that is my dashboard. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go down this sidebar. So first up is social media. So this is my social media page. Each page I did like a different color theme. I felt like it would make it a lot happier and a lot cuter. So I have my content planner, video ideas, monthly plans, and outlines. And then just this overview calendar of when I'm posting, when I'm hoping to film, all that jazz. And then I have journals. The journals is a place where I can go and do like daily entries within this gallery block. This is a spot where I can put my monthly goals, if I have a quote that really means something to me. And then down here, I would just do, like if I wanted to date it for today, January 3rd. And I can just go, I'm filming a video right now. Yay me. And that could be a journal entry. Then monthly inspiration, a link to that month's Pinterest board. I like to make Pinterest boards a lot. A list of the birthdays that are that month. And then down here, I have a few different checklists. This month's reading hopefuls, things I want to do, and things that I need to do. Next up is weekly cleaning. Daily tasks just to be satisfied and feel productive by checking everything off. And then down here is a more detailed overview of everything that I want to do each day of the week. Then I have my reading log. Hold on, let me go to last year. But this is just a spot where I can keep all of the information about different books that I read throughout the year in one place. And then series tracker, I need to go through this again. I have this kind of color coded, kind of not. And it's just all the series I'm in the middle of. I actually have more that I need to add to this. That's really great. And then reading archive, every book that I've ever documented on here. I sat down one day and just went through every single book that I have on my Goodreads and just put it all in here. Then I have food recipes. If I'm looking for a breakfast item, I can hit breakfast. Lunch, lunch. Dinner, dinner. I have no snacks. And then dessert. Not shockingly, that is the one with the most recipes in it. And then football schedule. This will need to be updated, but it's just the Alabama football schedule. And then event planning. This is brand new. There's not much going on here. So over here in birthday time, I have my birthday countdown to when it's going to be my birthday next. It's December 9th. By the way, mark your calendars. I have pre-birthday prep, and then I wrote this little thing to myself because I am commonly a victim of the birthday blues. And then birthday events. This was just from this past year. And then birthday reflections. These little questions that I want to answer for myself every year. And then back over in event planning, I have this little one for book club. I'm not in a book club. I want to be, but I have this set up for if I was to be in a book club, and I can just keep it organized. And then the last one, and probably the most obscure and the most random thing, is my Animal Crossing page. I love Animal Crossing. So I have this little island inspiration gallery. And it's just a little inspo board that I can reference if I want to add specific Pinterest boards or just specific images. I can go into each of these little gallery blocks and add them. Then I have my dreamies, every single character that I would want to have on my island. And then I have this designs page, and it's just different patterns and different ideas that I want to have for my island. Don't have very many of those. And then that gets into the museum items. I need to uncheck all of these because I want to get rid of my current island and start new. If y'all want to see a video or a series on that about me playing Animal Crossing, I would do it in a heartbeat. But this is just a list of every single museum item, when it's available, when I can catch it, where I can catch it, what it's classified as. So this is the fish, the bugs, sea creatures, fossils. I love how for the fossils, all of them is just in earth. And then there's art, and then month check, and that's just where I would play around with the filters and just do months available and just check what months that I'm currently working in, because I'm a time traveler when it comes to Animal Crossing. I am not patient enough. And then I have my flower breeding guide. That is about it for my Notion tour. I definitely would be interested in hearing anyone's recommendations for layouts or formulas, or just things that you see that I don't, where it's like, you can combine this here. Just let me know. I'm open to suggestions. So now what I want to do is I want to hop over to Canva, and I want to make a January mood board. And now we're going to pin. I have this where I want it to be. So we've got some snow, even though I live in the south and we're more than likely not going to get any snow. This little inspo portion that just says this will be a good year. A little self-care area. You kitty. Journaling for my reading journal. I want to do some more crochet projects. There's one that I really need to get done. And then outfit inspo. Save this guy. I'm going to go to all of my little monthly things and add it as a cover. So now all of my monthly spreads have this January 2025, and it has my little collage as the picture in it. But I'm gonna go do a few more things in my Notion, just get a little bit more organized, and then we'll see where the night takes us. My god. So I just finished setting up my reading journal, and I'm actually really happy with how it's turning out so far. It took me so dang long. I spent last night going through with pencil and tracing out all of like the squares and everything so that it would be as proportionately appealing as I possibly could get it. And that took forever because your girl's a perfectionist, and if one line isn't straight and isn't level, I erased the entire page and had to start over. I calmed myself down. I got it done to a point where I felt like I could go ahead and just go in with the markers. So I'm just going to walk through everything that I've set up so far. There are other spreads that I'm going to be doing, but I can't do them right now. So gather round. So this is my cover page. I saw this on Pinterest. Someone had done this for 2024. I also didn't want to have a cover page where it says my name on it because my name is on like the cover of this book. But I wanted it to be obvious of what year it is, and I'd say this is pretty obvious. And then I have my 25 in 2025, and that's going to be narrowed down to like individual books. I know in my video that I did 25 in 2025, some of the things weren't super specific, but if I talked about an author or a series or anything like that, I'm going to narrow it down to individual books so I can put it in this spread. And I don't have a printer, so I haven't printed out any of the book covers yet that I'm going to be putting in here. That will come very soon though. And then I have my new releases page, and I just went through all of the new releases that I know so far that are coming out this year that I'm excited to read. It's just an easy way for me to visually see what all is coming out that month, so I can just kind of keep track and be on the lookout for everything. And then this is one of the spreads I was mentioning before. It's my 5 and 6 star books. I just want to do a spread of all of my 5 and 6 star reads that I have right now, just to be like, this is where we're starting off, but there is definitely room for more in this year. That also gets me over to my reading goal. I just have all of my little squares where it's all the way up to 80, and then down here I just have a code for the different months so that I can just use the color for the month to fill in, so I keep track of how many books I read for the goal for each month. And then it's my book bucket list. It's kind of like a bingo card almost. Up here is just all of these different book cover colors to check off, and then down here is like little challenges, or if it's talking about a genre or a page count in a book, anything like that, it's on here. And then we know her, we love her, it's the A to Z challenge, and I feel like everyone has done this exact spread, so there's no creativity here for me. Honestly, majority of these spreads I saw on Pinterest for different people, and I just meshed them together and just kind of made them into my own version. But this one's like almost exactly what everyone else does. So, and then I have my series tracker, which I just finished filling out after I got all of the pretties done. So I just went through and put all of the series that I'm in the middle of right now, except for a few that I left off that I'm not sure if I want to continue those series. I just wanted to put in here those series that I'm wanting to prioritize and really focus on. Not saying that I won't read them, I just didn't want to put them in my reading journal. And then I have my 2025 pages tracker, and this is just a daily reading challenge where it's just you read the book every day, and then for each color determines a range of how many pages you read each day. And then over here at the end of the month, I'm just going to do graphs up to show how many pages I read that month. And then I have my yearly stats board, my yearly statistics. So it's just month by month, and the total for books, physical books, ebooks, pages read, reread, owned, DNF, and 5 stars. This next spread I am very excited about. I got this inspiration from, she's another YouTuber, I can't remember what her name is. She did her, I think it was last year, her spreads. Like, she did her reading journal and put it all together. I'll link it down below. But it's my reading log, and what's cool is that I have a couple of these little mini pages so that I can write down all of the books that I read this year. But I figured that this was really cool, and I just really wanted to do this. It's called a Dutch door page, so I just really wanted to do that, and I felt like this would be the best instance to utilize that. And then I have my DNF graveyard. I have my little tombstone. I might add some flowers or something, but I don't know. And then I have all my little spaces for any books that I decide to DNF in 2025. And I'm probably just going to put date of DNF on these little spaces. And then I have my monthly favorites and then my yearly roster for the best book of 2025. So I have all the individual months right here where I'm just going to print out the different page covers. And then over here, I just have the brackets, and each favorite of the month is going to go into these brackets. And then at the end of the year, I'm going to go through and determine which one's my favorite. And this goes over to the side. Definitely didn't just like run out of room. And I'm going to make all of this a giant spread for my favorite book of 2025. I just want to go ham on this page, and I can't do that until the year is over. And then I have my little January cover sheet. Just simple, easy. My hand was really hurting at this point. And then I'll figure out how I want each month to be laid out at the end of each month. I'm really happy that I did this, and I'm very excited to see what it ends up looking like at the end of the year. I might try and do like a monthly update on my reading journal because I love those videos and they're so cozy, and I really enjoyed setting aside the time to work on this. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that loves those kinds of videos, so if you want to see that, let me know. So now I have my reading journal all set up, and right now it is really doom and gloom outside, not even kidding you. So I kind of want to just cozy up, watch a movie, read a book, all those things, and just take a little bit of a break. Let my hands rest. I have to sneeze. Never mind. Good morning. I just finished eating my breakfast. I have been obsessed with avocado toast lately. When I went to visit my sister in Dallas a few weeks ago, I went to Breadwinners. If you live in Dallas, you know what Breadwinners is. It's delicious, and I'm jealous that we don't have it. I got the avocado toast there, and ever since then, I cannot stop eating avocado toast every single morning. It's just another hyperfixation for me to add to my repertoire. But while I was eating my breakfast, I was watching Cameron Kane. I love her channel. She's literally the reason why I started crocheting. I was watching her video where she was putting together her 2025 vision board, and I realized that I hadn't made one yet. For some reason, when I did that January monthly collage when I was going through my Notion with you guys a couple days ago, that kind of checked off in my brain, oh, that's my vision board. Nope. That's just January, girl. You need the big picture. So while I was finishing up my breakfast, I went through Pinterest and I just started pinning a bunch of pictures so that I could put together my vision board. So that is what we're about to get into. I'm just gonna start going down my Pinterest board and start dragging pictures over and just, you know what we're doing. We did it earlier in this video. I'm just gonna jump into it. Okay, I think I've got it. I've got some reading, some self-care. I have a picture of flowers in here because I really want to start treating myself to getting flowers. I've never been one to really do that, but I hear that if you have live fresh flowers, it makes you happier. So I want to try it. And I have a little sliver of social media and YouTube. This is just such a fun creative outlet for me, and I love doing it. And I definitely want to keep it up in 2025 as best as I can. Some pottery and pottery painting. I got into throwing just a little bit this year. I did it once, but I definitely want to try it again this year and just see if I can improve. A little group hug picture because I want to spend more time with friends and family, some travel, some journaling, crochet of course, and I actually want to try and start my own business this year. I've been wanting to start my own business for a really long time, and something happened towards the end of last year that really felt like a sign to me that I should take it seriously and actually try and do it for real. So that's why I have it in my little corner of my vision board, because I think this is the year that I'm really going to go for it. I think I'm just gonna set it as my wallpaper just so I see it all the time and I see kind of what my goals are and what I want to make my life look like in 2025. So this is just what I'm gonna see every single day, just as a reminder that this is what I want my life to look like. And I'm so excited to see what I make of 2025. So I think that that is a really good spot to end this video. I am so excited and I feel so much more ready for 2025 now that I've done these few things that were on my checklist. I just feel more organized, more prepared, and just I have goals that are really projecting the rest of my year, and it's something that I can aim for. And I think that this is going to be so fun to look back on for me in a year from now, just to see how much of these things that I've kind of mentioned in this video that I am going to achieve, or if I'm going to keep up with things, and just see what all this year brings me. Anyways, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.